Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are back in Project Flight, and today we will be reviewing the Boeing 787. So I bought this plane and it was a Game Pass, and today I will be reviewing it. So anyways, let's go ahead and click Fly Now, and then we just select Boeing 787, and then we can confirm. And there's also much more airlines, so unlike the A320 and the 737, there's different airlines because it's a different kind of plane. So on this plane, there's Air New Zealand, the black livery, Air Europa, Air France, there's Etihad, there's also KLM, and there's also LOT, the Polish airline, and there's Norwegian Airways and Qatar Airways, and there's also Saudi Arabian Airways. Anyway, so for this one, let's go ahead and use the Etihad Airways because it's the most recognizable airplane. And let's go ahead and click confirm. And then let's do a free flight. And then let's spawn in Menorca because why not? Or actually, let's spawn at Gran Canaria. Anyway, so let's go ahead and spawn in, and then I'm not sure if you can spawn this at any gates or just a certain gate, but anyways, let's spawn at gate 13. Anyway, so this is what the plane looks like in game. There's of course the double landing gears, except they do not tilt, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so this is what the Etihad livery looks like, and yeah, so now let's just go ahead and start pushing back, and then we can see the top speed. Okay, so we are currently taxiing onto the runway, and we are going at about 23 knots at just 15%, so I'm excited to see what the top speed is. So anyways, we will also test out the braking on how fast it can stop on the runway as we're taxiing onto the runway. So yeah, we're just pulling up onto the runway over here. Okay, now let's start to decrease our throttle to 0%. And then we will let it slow down on its own while we are still taxiing. So I actually think I did it too early, so let's just raise our throttle back to like 12%. And then let's taxi onto the runway. So once we line up on the runway, then we can turn off our throttle. So yeah, now we're on the runway, we can turn off our throttle. And then it's slowing down on its own, but it is going to take quite a while to reach the 0%. So let's just hold B and then see how fast it takes for the airplane to stop. So oh, that stopped almost instantly. Anyway, so let's do the flaps. So I believe this is the wing view. So this is the correct wing view. So let's set flaps to take off, and that's how the flaps look like on the 787. Pretty smooth. And anyways, now that we're ready to take off, let's just raise our throttle to 100% and then see what the top speed is. Okay, so we are now lifting off, and as you can see, the gears do not tilt. So anyways, let's just put them away. So let's watch this gear animation. That's something I like about this game. And then we can now enter like our normal camera mode, and then we can start cruising to see what the top speed is. So yeah. Okay, so we are currently now reaching the top speed, and it looks like the top speed is over 250 knots. We do not know when we will reach the top speed, but actually it might be over 275 knots. Maybe even 300 knots if we reach that much speed. So yeah. Okay, now we're almost reaching 300 knots, and yeah, so the top speed is over 300 knots. I do not know how much the top speed is exactly. But anyway, so now let's test out the landing and the spoilers and the brakes while the plane is going this fast. Okay, so we are now approaching the runway at Southampton. I believe that's how you pronounce it, so Southampton, yeah. So anyways, let's just set our spoilers to FLT. I do not know what that stands for, and our flaps are on landing mode. Let's bring down the gears, and then we are currently slowing down, although I do not know if we are too fast for the runway. Let's hope we just slow down in time. But yeah, as you can see, once again, the gears do not tilt, which is kind of sad. I know some people were buying the Game Pass just so they can have tilted landing gears, and they didn't get that. So yeah, and actually I think we're gonna be too fast and too high for the runway. So let's just raise our flaps and spoilers and put our gears back up so we can approach the runway from the other end. Okay guys, so we are actually going to land at London Gatwick instead, just to change of plans. So anyways, we are going to land on the runway on the right of us. So let's just bring down our flaps to landing mode and the spoilers to FLT. And then let's bring down our landing gears so we can prepare for landing. And then we are currently approaching the runway. I do not want to go too slow that our plane will stall, but I also want to go slow enough that we can stop on the runway in one piece. So yeah, anyways, we're just approaching the runway with our gears down and our flaps ready. And okay, so we are once again landing on the right runway. I'm not sure if we should change to the left runway. I know the right runway is longer, so we're just gonna land on that. Okay guys, so we are now currently on final approach. The runway is right in front of us. Now we do need to land in the touchdown zone since we are currently in the takeoff zone, so let's just lift our nose gear for the flare. And then you can see our plane shadow on the floor. So we're approaching the landing zone. Sadly the gears do not tilt, which would have made landings much easier, but yeah, this is how the game is. Hopefully the gears tilt in the future. But now let's just lift our nose. And then we are touching down, so let's try to make this smooth. And I believe we've touched down on the ground. Now let's just lower our speed, put on full flaps and hold B. So this is what our wing view looks like, if I can view it. Okay, so yeah, that's what our flaps look like. Now let's go back to our gear view to see if we've stopped. So yeah, our plane seems to be bouncing a bit because we're still going at a takeoff speed. But this is what the plane looks like when it lands. It has good braking. I'm pretty sure you can land this plane almost anywhere in Project Flight. And let's see if we can actually exit the runway here. Yes, we can. So surprisingly, we barely used up the entire runway. So yeah, that's the review for this Boeing 787. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.